Get some water. I'm here. Give me a second. Always. All right, always misjudge the time on how long it takes not to act like I'm on camera. Oh, I cut on the lights. Always misjudge the time on how long it takes to write number 288 YouTube live yoga routine and find the camera, then find the phone, and then find not the phone, the microphone, and then not to set this up. I know how long this takes, about 10 minutes now. Lights and everything, pictures and all, move the couch a little bit. But then I get like, okay, I got 2 minutes. And then it takes this for me to type in that and then find the camera and everything. Anyways, so this is number 288, Anahata. We're going to talk about the heart center in regards to the chakras before we start the yoga routine. And I already talked about the heart center before and brought in a meditation for the heart center where you see it as a furnace and it burns up fear. It burns up anything that you think and you experience as negativity. And you give it to God, which is capital L love, and then you bring it back in, the capital love, capital L love, and then you exhale it out. Can't speak yet. Exhale it out to the world as a gift for love. So we talked about the root chakra, the sacral chakra, right below the belly button, and then the solar plexus chakra, kind of above the belly button and actually below the sacral. And now we're going to the Anahata, the heart center. And this chakra is a very important chakra. And I just came across this in Lozoff's book, We're All Doing Time. I probably read it like 20 something years ago, but not probably. I know I read it. I don't remember reading it, but I know I read it because I read this whole book. And he brings up a good point about what I want to talk about is that I'm not going to read this part, but he mentions that these heart centers can be blocked or in overdrive. We already know this. And the heart center one can be in overdrive as well. And you can be stuck in any of them. You can even be stuck in bliss. That's right. You could be paying too much attention and being blissful, and you're missing out, and you're not having a balance between all the main chakras, the heart center. The energy centers. And so with the heart center chakra, it centers love, and to balance it, you balance it with compassion. But the key word there is balance. You got to have balance. So you don't want to make a mistake. Still can't speak this morning. You don't want to mistake something that you think is compassion and it's not. It's really coming from fear, like losing someone in a relationship, losing whatever, and it comes from the root chakra, and you think it's compassion, you think it's love, and you think it's here. It's really from the root chakra. And this is just a measuring stick to understand life. You don't even have to believe this. But it's good to understand another system that someone else uses. Me, I'm Muslim, right? Been Muslim a long time. But this understanding of the chakra system is making me understand Islam better. There's nothing wrong with learning another measuring stick. So he mentions this, if I can find it. So knowing about the chakras helps us to be more objective about some of the things that use to suck us in. I didn't know I told you I didn't read this for a long time. I just looked at it. And let me start that over. Knowing about the chakras helps us to be more objective about some of the things that used to suck us in, like jealousy or anger or greed. If we can just quiet down a minute and feel what's going on somewhere in our chakras, we can learn to work with it in a better way than slamming our fists through the wall or biting our nails to the bone. When I get angry, I can feel the hot lump in my solar plexus, the third chakra, for hours. It's just energy caught there. If I have enough control to realize that, I can sit down somewhere and work on moving it up into the heart, where it'll do me and the whole world a lot more good. Let me read that again. Where it'll do me and the world a lot more good. Not the whole world. I said the whole world. So the measuring stick of using the chakra system, the main chakras, the 7 chakra systems, system is important because, like he was mentioning, when he gets angry, he feels it in his solar plexus area. Boom, light bulb goes off in his head. Still can't speak this morning. These are the first words coming out of my mouth. So forgive me for not being able to speak. I can't speak anyways, but so it makes him aware. And he's aware that he's angry. It's a sign that, hey, I'm angry, I feel it. And then he moves it up into his heart chakra where it burns like a furnace, and he just lets it burn. The reason I know that is because he explains the heart meditation that we're going to do today as a furnace, where you take in a negativity and you let it burn. With love. Love conquers everything. Love is God. That's biblical, and that's in the Quran. Love is God. God overcomes everything. So, with the worst explanation of the heart chakra in the entire YouTube land, we're going to begin our yoga routine. So we're going to do the 3 sitting meditations. We're going to begin with the heart center meditation, and I'll explain that when we get to it. And then 2 minutes, we're going to watch our thoughts vanish and disappear. That's a meditation. And then we're going to do the focusing on our breathing meditation, where there's no thoughts. You're just watching yourself breathe. And then we're going to do the easy poses. And this is about subtle movement, being aware of subtleness, but you're focused on the breathing. You're just aware of it. 2 separate things. Focus and awareness are 2 separate things. And then we're going to stand up, mountain pose, 2 sun salutations. And the sun salutations are moving meditations. And then mountain pose, boom, done. So I talked longer than I thought I should or would. And let's go ahead and jump right into it. We're going to move through this quickly and more linked. It should be done like this anyways. You know, it's like a 15-minute yoga routine if you do it without talking, without instructing. So let's go to easy pose. Back is straight. Hands are to your knees. Something on the side. Hands are to your knees. Maybe in your lap. Back is straight. Maybe you're leaning your back. And then maybe you have to go against the wall. 5 o'clock. And the heart center meditation that we do, you inhale whatever negativity you feel is negative. Let's say fear, capital F, fear. You take it in. You let it burn in the heart center. That's the furnace. You hold it there, and then you exhale it out through the top of the head, and you're giving it to God, capital G, God, capital L, love. And then you bring in that love into the heart center. You let it sit there. Give it a little bit of your lowercase L love, and it all blends together, and then boom, you exhale it out to the world, giving love to the world. And then you'll continue this. Inhale, hold it in the heart center. Exhale through the top of the head. Inhale back through the top of the head. Hold it in the heart center. Exhale it out. It's an L shape. You continue that and just focus on the love. 2 minutes. Now we're going to watch. I'm going to drink water. All the way in my kitchen. I know, it's professional, right? Professional. Very important, man. What I just did is very important because just like you can be stuck in a certain chakra, you can also be stuck in strictness, where you got something in your throat and you're like, hey, I'm not going to drink water, and you fight it the whole time. Next thing you know, you're fighting this thing in your throat, not even doing yoga. If you ever experience that, get up, go get a drink of water. Period. It's life. So we're going to go into the watching your thoughts, letting them vanish and disappear. So as you inhale, you think of whatever thought you're thinking of. You let yourself think of that thought. You focus on that thought. And then when you exhale that thought out, and you let it vanish and disappear. Naturally, another thought will come in. You allow yourself to think of that thought, whatever it may be. Don't judge it. It's just a thought. You watch it, and then you exhale it out. You let it vanish and disappear. And naturally, what happens is that you realize, hey, you're the thing watching your thoughts. You're not your thoughts. So 2 minutes. We're going to go right into the watching yourself breathe meditation. And you're just going to focus on the belly, watching yourself breathe. So when you inhale, the belly expands with air. You watch that. That's the focus point. When you exhale, the belly goes in. You watch that. So inhale, exhale. You watch it. You don't control it. What happens many times is once you start paying attention to it, you're focused on it, you start to control it. And when you realize you're controlling it, just let go. Don't try to let go. When you try to let go, you're going to push it. And you're not going to be able to let go, most likely. And what will happen is you'll start to think about other things, and your mind wanders, and then you're like, hey, I'm not watching myself breathe. Don't judge it. Judgment is a barrier. Judgment is a barrier between the mind and the body. Get rid of those barriers so the mind and body become one, which is yoga. And then you just bring your focus back to the breathing. 2 minutes. One time I was looking at, that just reminded me, I was looking at a, let me see if I can, darn phone on. looking at one of my videos, and my wife was walking by, and she said, "Nobody wants to hear you cough." That's true, probably true. So, easy poses. Remember, you need to adjust yourself, you need to lean back, you need to go against the wall, whatever you need to do, get comfortable. Again, just like my cough right now, I don't need to get water now, but get up and get water. Adjust yourself, move so you can take that one little barrier away, which is, hey, man, my back's starting to hurt. And boom, your mind starts focusing on the back. Nope, just adjust. Get that awareness away from the back, the focus. Because when you adjust, then you can focus on breathing. And that's the key. That's the key. Technically, if I was doing this by myself and I got up and got water, I would stay in the present moment, still doing yoga. Yoga is when the mind and body is connecting. No matter what you're doing, drinking water, your mind and body is connected to that activity. You're doing yoga. That is yoga. Very important. So let's do these quickly, since we don't have much time left. Back is straight, hands are in front, focusing on the breathing, and then tilt the head to the left. To the right, losing it. Right ear to the right shoulder, back is straight, left shoulder's down, and just focus on the breathing. When you focus on the breathing, it heightens your awareness and lets you feel what's being stretched, lets you feel what's happening in the body. Bring the head to center, tilt the head to the left ear to the left shoulder, back is straight, right shoulder's down. Focus 100% on the breathing. And then bring the head to center, tilt the head back. Focusing on the breathing. And then bring the chin to the chest. Focusing on the breathing, keep the back straight. And then bring the head to center. And then neck rolls, drop the head to the right, down and around. When the head drops down and around, you're exhaling. As the head comes up, you're inhaling. Again, focusing on the breathing, linking the movement with the breathing. And then when the head goes to the top, you're going to reverse. Exhale as you go down and around. Inhale as you go up. And when the head goes to the top, bring yourself to center. Shoulders shrug, shoulders to the ears, back down and around. Shoulders are going up, you're inhaling. Shoulders are going down, you're exhaling. Linking the movement with the breathing. And then when the shoulders go to the ears, you're going to reverse. Exhale as you go down and around. Inhale as you go up. Bring yourself to center. Trunk rotations, drop it down to the right, down and around. As you go down and around, the back is straight, and you're reaching out, you're exhaling. As you're coming up, you're inhaling. Same concept. Link the movement with the breathing. Mind and body are becoming one with the movement. And that breathing is the link that allows that to happen. And when your trunk goes to the top, you're going to reverse. Exhale as you go down and around. Inhale as you go up. Again, focus 100% on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. And when the trunk goes to the top, bring yourself to center. Now we're going to go right into half spinal twists. Left hand's on the right knee. Right arm goes up. Pull yourself up. Then you twist. Palm goes forward on the back. Arm is straight. It's against the back. And the head is twisting, and you're focusing on the breathing. Watching yourself breathe. You're going to go ahead and release, back to center. And then the other side. Right hand's on the left knee, left arm goes up, pull yourself up. Then you twist, palm goes forward on the back, arm is straight, and it's against the back. and make sure the head is twisting. You're focusing 100% on the breathing, watching yourself breathe. Then go ahead and release back to center. And then we'll go ahead and stand up. And we'll do the two sun salutations. Even as you stand, this is a transition, and it doesn't look like yoga, but it's yoga. It's yoga. As long as you're in the present moment, it's yoga. We're going to go right to mountain pose. Get my mat straight. Mountain pose, feet are shoulder width apart. Toes go up, spread the toes as wide as you can. Each toe touches the floor one at a time. Knees are bent, hips are tilted, arms are relaxed, shoulders are relaxed. And you're finding that spot where the skeleton is just standing as if you were just your skeleton. So you're becoming that stability, and then you're letting that stability transfer to the mind, allowing the mind to become stable. And the mind and body dissolve into each other, into the stability. That's oneness. Now, two sun salutations. I'll explain them as we go. So palms go together, thumbs to the heart center. Push the arms out, up and back. Inhale slowly. And then exhale. As you exhale, you hinge forward from the lower back, palms to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs, foreheads go to the knees. Get all there out. Push all there out slowly. And then left leg is back into a low lunge. With a low lunge, top the foot to the floor and the back, knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward diagonally. Back is arching. Inhaling slowly. Then exhale. Downward dog. Arms are straight, legs are straight, tailbones to the ceiling, heels are towards the floor. Exhaling all the way out. And then you just slide into the upper dog. Drop down to the knees and the chest. You slide up. Tops of the feet are to the floor. Palms are to the floor. Modify the pose how you have to. You're inhaling slowly. Then exhale. Downward dog. Get all the way out. Arms are straight, legs are straight, tailbones to the ceiling, heels are towards the floor. Exhaling. And then left foot is up between the hands into a low lunge. With a low lunge, top the foot to the floor, the back, knees to the floor. Hips are square, pushing forward diagonally. Back is arching. Head is up. Inhaling. And then exhale, standing forward bend. Pull yourself in and down. Get all there out. Push all there out. Then palms together. Reach out. Up and back. Inhale. Then turn the palms out. Push there down and out. Exhale. And again, last one. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward from the lower back. Back is straight. And then palms to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. Pull yourself in and down, foreheads to the knees. Get all there out. Then left leg is back into a low lunge. Opening up. Inhale. And then exhale, downward dog, pushing into it. Exhale all there out. And slide into the upper dog. Inhaling. And then exhale. The left foot is up. Inhale. Exhale. Palms together, reach out, up and back. Inhale. Turn the palms out. Push the air down and out. Exhale. Then back to mountain pose. Mountain pose, get your shoulder width apart. Toes go up, spread the toes as wide as you can. Each toe touches the floor one at a time. And you're finding that stability. It holds the skeleton up as if you were just your skeleton. Then you're letting that stability transfer to the mind. The mind to become stable. Letting the mind and body unite, become one. Dissolve into that stability, into that balance. We're just going to stay here a little bit longer. So just watch yourself breathe. We're going to palms together, thumbs to the heart center. Then sit. That is number 288 YouTube Live yoga routine. And the so-called imperfection of the yoga routine was perfect. It was perfect because of what I learned from it and what I could share from it. Something stuck in my throat, like I had a cough. Perfect moment to share, become aware that don't be too strict. Get up, go get a drink of water. Stay in the present moment, but go get a drink of water. And come back and do your routine. And it matches what I was mentioning about the heart chakra or the 7 main chakras. You can be stuck in these chakras. You can be stuck in one, for example. You can be stuck in bliss. You don't have a balance. Someone too spiritual. I know. How can you be too spiritual? You can be, because then you're not balanced. You got to balance things in life. This is my opinion. This is what I believe. Same with the heart chakra. Like I was mentioning in the beginning, is you can mistake compassion and love for fear coming from the root chakra. You think it's coming from the heart chakra. You think, compassion, but you don't have balance maybe. Just an example. I'm talking about myself too. Actually, it's fear. It's fear-based. You think it's compassion. You got to have a balance with compassion because you have to love yourself too. You can give too much to others and forget that you're somebody too. All important stuff. And this is what we're learning about the chakras, the system of the chakras, the 7 main chakras. And again, you don't have to believe this stuff, man. You really don't. But it's good to understand another method, another system, another measuring stick of how to live life. Not to believe it, but to understand it. And like I was saying earlier, as a Muslim, this makes me understand Islam better and balance. Balance with the prayers, balance with the fasting, balance with Ramadan, balance with all that stuff. I was into that stuff too much before. And it goes all the way to the level of trying to speak perfect Arabic. Now, I always talk about this, but saying Muslim instead of Muslim. And then you're focused on this stuff, and then you don't have balance. You're missing out on God. You're following rules instead of being connected with God. All this works together. And the 7 chakras, the main chakras, are important to understand, in my opinion. All my opinion. This is my belief. This is what I think. So that's what I'm sharing. So I will see you tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. Arizona time, Mountain. So I'm from West Virginia. Mountain Standard Time, which is not even Mountain Standard Time. That's East Coast. But I will see you tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. Arizona time, Mountain Standard Time. Namaste, peace, love.